Reluctantly, I grab my yellowish hospital mask and warehouse gloves and head outside toward the car. I lock the door as if drawing up the drawbridge of a moated castle and briskly walk toward my silver Hyundai Sonata. As I sit down and connect the magnet on my Galaxy 10 Note Plus to its magnetic counterpart attached to the air vent, I gauge intriguingly at my reflection in the mirror. Admittedly, I look like I'm sitting in the car outside of a bank with robbery on my mind, dressed in a black hoodie, my face covered with a hospital mask, and glasses to assist my nearsighted vision. I actually look like I'm getting ready to commit a felony, but it's perfectly all right because everyone else does too. I roll my window down to embrace the fresh spring air, wave off a large bumblebee, dazed about the toxic fumes I sprayed earlier with his kind in mind, and begin the ascent into the abyss, where the virus can take away your sense of taste, your smell, and put you flat on your back for 10 days with a breathing tube, if you're lucky. As I drive down Martin Luther King Drive in the midst of a shelter-in-place order like our mayor did earlier, I am reminded of how surreal the situation that we are all in is. I notice popular destinations like the barbershop, the nail salon, or the hair braiding shop are all abandoned like Cleveland, Ohio, where I'm from, where everything is boarded up. MLK is still filled with people, though, hustling and weaving through traffic like our favorite characters from Grand Theft Auto, just like normal. But noticeably, most people's faces are covered by masks, as if hiding from the reality of our predicament. Quickly, though, I arrive at my first stop in an attempt to find the elusive cleaning agents that we are all searching for. We search daily at the Dollar Trees and the Dollar Generals. I went to this one around the corner. Naturally, my endeavor is to obtain anything that is capable of destroying the invisible enemy that we are all battling but have never seen. I park further away from the door than normal to ensure proper distancing, as if my Sonata itself can contract the virus from other vehicles. Lord knows I can't afford for my car to get sick, and I begin to track toward the front door of the establishment. I'm greeted by a man in purple pants and a yellow-collared shirt and a brown top hat whose friendly gesture is followed by door assistance. He opens the door for me as if working as a Dollar Tree valet whose intent is a tip, although no tip is required or asked for, so I thank him for his kindness and proceed to walk into the store. The cashier welcomes me in like usual, both showing kindness and gauging my intentions with the vocals of a pizza place. Welcome me in for a slice. So I pull down my hood and acknowledge her as well. She seems to sigh in relief as she realizes I'm not there to cause any trouble. I'm just another shopper on a mission of likely futility. Man, I have to remember to pull down my hood before I approach the store in the future. In spite of her welcome, I feel a sense of foreboding. You know, like something bad is getting ready to happen in a movie, except this is real life. You see, every store I've been to in the last few days has been out of Lysol, bleach, rubbing alcohol, hydrogen peroxide, and every other cleaning agent that's worth its weight, and I haven't been able to find any online either. It seems the hospitals have Lysol sold up like the mob, and normal people don't deserve cleaning power of a well-known disinfectant, which is why I continue my search for alcohol or hydrogen peroxide. After passing 2 aisles to visit the aisle that normally contains the alcohol and the hydrogen peroxide, I round the corner with hope and anticipation of finding something that may offer peace of mind in the midst of a perilous, viral present day. As I reach the aisle that may or may not contain my elusive treasure, I notice a short, long-haired Hispanic girl. Smartly, the girl pulls out the top of her oversized sweater, covering her mouth as she runs out the aisle away from me as if I have the bubonic plague. I partly laugh in understanding while I grapple with trying to avoid being offended and approach the area where the items I search for can often be found. As I feared but expected, I discover 2 empty sets of shelves. Another wasted trip. I curse silently under my breath as I begin to equate these trips to the store in search of cleaning agents to fruitless relationships with jobs and people that were waste of time from their very first days. I dust myself off mentally and physically and begin to think hopefully about my next destination. Perhaps the next store will have what no other store did or the day before, online or in person. I try not to complain as I consider the fact that this is just another day quarantined as a black man by the coronavirus.